Insert hook. Welcome to part 4 of the Grove Mode series. This is the second last episode of the series. And on this episode, this is what you have to look forward to.
Traditional renders and cinematic walkthroughs will always have a place in design. Visual programming is for folks who don't want to or don't know how to fight with Python or C++. And we finally make our model interactive.
Well, human beings have been telling stories for eons, before you and I ever existed. More so by making use of pictures. The rock paintings in Fontaine, in Doubt Fountain, is proof of this. Designers look to bring the client's vision to life, you're kind of like extracting a thought and adding flesh to it. This concept has evolved over time, but the principle remains the same. Solve the user's problem with a creative and functional solution. And that brings us to Grovemore. They had a problem. Kleiner Cooper was a fast-growing suburb surrounded by already established suburbs. And the closest mall to this was Marua Mall, which, as you can see, is a bit of distance away. So the client/user had a thought, yo, we need a mall here. And the designer was like, yo, you can have Grove Mall. And together, they set out to make what we now know as Grove Mall. So traditional renders and cinematic walkthroughs will always have a place in design, as it is the client's thoughts becoming visual, But how do we take the client's thoughts and allow him to walk through his mind, essentially? Magic. No. Yeah, but that there's the interaction and the immersion we set out to achieve in part 1. I mentioned adding logic in the earlier part of the series, and to do so, we use programming. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I'm not the best programmer. I can't even claim to be. I'm still in the process of learning JavaScript. Shout out to Free Code Camp. Link is in the description below if you wanna learn something new as well. Join the crew. However, in 2018, I was introduced to visual programming by way of Dynamo for Revit. And this was a lifesaver. And lo and behold, Unreal Engine had something similar to this. It's called Blueprints. This simplifies the coding knowledge needed to achieve the task we have set out to do. For example, if I wanted something to be visible in the viewport, I make use of the Add to Viewport node to achieve that. That code for this one node looks like this. As you can see, visual programming is for folks like me who don't want to or don't know how to fight programs like Python and C++. In this case, C++. If we take the two components we've spoken about, the renders and the visual programming, and merge the two, we can create an immersive, interactive model as we set out to do. With many tutorials watched, some trial and error fixing bugs because I may have connected one node to the wrong node or accidentally mixed up my rock coding with my rack coding, placed widgets in the wrong area, causing all of the coding to trigger at one time. I am glad to say we've done it. Put the, hey, you, future me, put the gif of Kamala Harris saying, "We've done it, Joe," because we've done it. Instead of giving the user one render or one set of renders for one concept, we can now give them the option to mix, match, and get real-time feedback of the concepts in their head. I want to search for different baby stores, as we did say we'll be doing the baby store makeover. And I picked elements of different designs that I liked, threw them together. And yeah, now once you get the model, you'll be able to go through the model, look at the different elements in said model, You'll know where to get the elements from in real life and the price it'll cost you. All of that in this one model. So now your thoughts, your ideas have more than just a visual element to it, but they also have a reality element to it because you click CLW and that's where you're gonna go with the element that you've selected. Yeah, man. So here's an example. Fruit of our labor. Let us press play and start the coding. We've still got some fixing to do, as I think some of the rug elements I used were not the right ones. But seeing as this is a proof of concept, I mean, cut a brother some slack. No, no, welcome. Yeah. My widget. Yeah, I need to fix the widget. I struggled with the second rug that I put in. For whatever reason, it just wouldn't show up. So I just swapped it out completely. But yeah, man, this is what we came up with. So all of this can translate into something else. If you're building a house, for example, um, you can go about coding just about anything, making the entire house, the entire building, customizable before you start building. So you kind of know what you're going for. And in the next video, the last video of the series, we will be taking a look at mixed case uses for models, 3D models. Currently, this is just one, obviously, the the visualization and real time interaction with the model. This is just one, but it gets so much deeper because there's so many levels. I enjoyed that joke. If you didn't, that's your study. All right. So I look forward to seeing you guys again.